Is your vehicle in need of a quick oil change or tune-up before hitting the road this summer? Stop by Quick Lube and Tune, the home of the good guys at 610 South Wenatchee Avenue.
It's time for NCW Life News on the NCW Life channel. The latest from the Wenatchee Valley and North Central Washington with Steve Hare, Grant Olson, and sports with Eric Granstrom.
Good evening and welcome to NCW Life News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And boy, it was cool out there today. Temperatures well below normal. Our normal high for this time of year, believe it or not, is 74 degrees. And we struggled to get out of the 50s for most of us today. Also some lingering scattered showers around north central Washington today. And that will be pretty much our case tomorrow and as we move into Friday too, as we take a look at that Thursday and Friday forecast, your short-term weather look. And we will see once again some scattered showers as a possibility and also some cool temperatures as we get into the end of the week. But wait until you see the forecast for the upcoming weekend. We'll tell you more about that a little later on in your weather forecast. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. We'll have an update on the Uno Peak fire near Manson. We'll also have several groundbreakings to report in Wenatchee, East Wenatchee, and Chelan. Later on, we'll have sports, your weather forecast, and our features story today. But first, 2 adult male moose were seen this morning wandering around the Wenatchee streets and neighborhoods. Sergeant Mark Hewson with the Wenatchee Police Department cautioned residents to give them their space.
So we're just asking the public, even though it's totally fascinating that they're here, if they do see the moose, to give them a wide distance and stay back and let them kind of do their thing. We're afraid if somebody gets too close to take photographs that the moose is going to charge them and end up with some type of injury. So we're just asking the public to stand back and let the moose have their distance.
Sergeant Hewson also adds that one of the moose became aggressive earlier this morning when a group of people cornered it and then it charged them. No one was hurt, and officers with Washington State Fish and Wildlife are tracking the moose movements and trying to steer them out of town. Cooler and wetter weather is helping containment efforts on several wildfires in Washington State. Reports of rain and even snow at the higher elevations of the Cascades has calmed down the intensity of the Uno Peak fire, which is now at 20% containment. Crews continue work on strengthening lines along Coyote Ridge and Nelson Butte in the Sawtooth Wilderness. Excess equipment was demobilized as fire line repair and road work was completed. Fire management has transitioned back to the Wenatchee and Okanagan National Forest. The fire started August 30th from an unknown cause about 15 miles northwest of Manson. It burned over 8,700 acres and so far no homes have been damaged. Meanwhile, the 129,000-acre Diamond Creek fire near Mazama has had minimal fire spread because of the cool, wet weather. On Monday, areas on the east and west side of the Pasayten Wilderness that were closed due to the fire have reopened. Evacuation levels remain at a level 1, and the fire is now at 65% containment. 3 years after suffering severe burns during the Carlton Complex fire, a young black bear appears to be healthy and doing fine in the wild. The bear, named Cinder, was found badly burned in the backyard of a home in the Methow Valley. Washington State Fish and Wildlife officers transferred the 1.5-year-old bear to a Lake Tahoe rehab facility where she was nursed back to health. The female bear was released back into the wild in 2015. Washington State Fish and Wildlife bear specialist Rich Busole reported she turns 5 years old in January. In other news, Our Valley, Our Futures, Where Will We Live Housing Forum is tonight at Pybus Market. The group will be releasing the results of a regional housing survey and lead a brainstorming session with forum attendees on ways to improve housing choices in the Wenatchee Valley. Group member Steve Mayer says tonight's input will be used to make recommendations to policymakers and community leaders.
We hope to hand that off to a regional housing coalition, which will include all key stakeholders. Similar models have been used in other communities like Wenatchee size to kind of get at this, and with the idea that you're never going to solve everything. This is a very big problem. Everybody is seeing it. Virtually everybody around the country is seeing this issue right now, and so but there's some things here we're confident we can do that can make things better.
Tonight's forum starts at 6 p.m. at the Pybet Market Events Center. Coming up, we'll have several groundbreakings to report in Wenatchee, East Wenatchee, and Chelan, and Wenatchee hosts its very first Young Professionals Week. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching NCW Life News.
Having a relationship with your pediatrician is so important. Feeling that sense of trust, that is priceless. I tell everybody about CBCH. I love it there. When I make an appointment, I don't have to take an entire day off. As a working mom, my life is really busy. Family time is everything. That's what we all work towards. And I feel like CBCH respects that.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Stormy Mountain Brewing and Local Public House, featuring great family dining in downtown Chelan. We've got burgers, pub fare, and the best barbecue around. Try one of our award-winning sauces made fresh here in-house. So grab the whole gang and come on down. Stormy Mountain Brewing. Beer, barbecue, friends, and beer.
Downtown Chelan will see a significant facelift next spring with two projects targeting the Wooden Avenue Bridge area near Campbell's Resort. The historic Downtown Chelan Association has reached their fundraising goal for their Wooden Avenue Landing project. The project was scheduled to break ground on September 5th, but Executive Director Jesse Simmons says the project is now slated for early spring.
So we are really excited that we have so much outpour of support from the community. People really stepped up with donations and volunteer time, and they're excited to see this project happening. We're moving forward with the project because we surpassed our fundraising goal, but we did run into a little glitch with final inspection where it's going to set us back a couple months. So instead of breaking ground this fall as we had hoped, we will be breaking ground in the early spring. And plan to have the project complete before the weather warms up next year. And the city of Chelan is working really diligently with us to make sure that that happens. They were the ones that had requested a little extra work be done to make it happen, and so they said we will do everything we can to make sure it's done before the weather warms up.
The city of Chelan is also moving forward with its plans to turn the old bridge into a one-way, possibly following on the same timeline.
Yes, they are planning on doing that, and I believe that their project will start in April of next year. I'm not sure whether the two projects will run concurrently or if ours will be finished before they start theirs, but it is still in the plans that they will be doing the one-way project as well.
Marriott Fairfield Inn & Suites is on its way. Groundbreaking is set for next week on the new East Wenatchee Hotel. When completed, the hotel will be 5 stories tall, housing 99 rooms, 30% of which will be suites, making it the tallest building in East Wenatchee. Estimated completion date is set for September of 2018. Cashmere Valley Bank was the project lender. Friday's groundbreaking ceremony starts at 2 p.m. at 201 Valley Mall Parkway behind the China Buffet Express restaurant. Take a look at our great drone footage of Wenatchee Valley College's new Jack and Edna McGuire Student Recreation Center, which opens this week. The new 17,000 square foot building contains 2 basketball courts with space for volleyball, badminton, and indoor tennis. Funding for the $6.2 million project was through student fees. The name of the building is in honor of Jack and Edna McGuire, longtime Wenatchee Valley College supporters. Friday's official opening follows a formal ribbon cutting ceremony starting at 2 p.m. Next week, the Wenatchee Downtown Association will host the first ever Young Professionals Week. It's a week-long series of events throughout downtown Wenatchee geared toward the young working professional.
And in Milwaukee, they have a week that they recognize young professionals want to connect to their community. Sometimes that's difficult to do. In fact, there isn't a week that goes by that I don't run into a young professional that says, how do we connect here? What can we do? So I said, Milwaukee does 32 in 1 week. That's a little aggressive. How about you do this by the power, here you go. And so Meredith embraced it and put a team together. And we are going to do a YP week, a Young Professionals Week. They are going to have events, and they have put those together with her team of young professionals, about 10 events in a 5-day period, that Monday through Friday. And they are going to do everything from an early morning hike to they're going to connect with the PAC and the Land Trust. They're really going to have some fun, engaging things for young professionals to do. It isn't going to cost them anything. You just come, pick and choose what you want, but helping that connection to community. Specifically, she said, I work in downtown. I want to connect them in a different way to downtown. Very fun.
The kickoff event is Monday at noon at the Performing Arts Center. For the full schedule, visit the Wenatchee Downtown Association Facebook page. You're watching NCW Life News. Coming up next, your sports update, followed by today's feature story. That and much more still to come on NCW Life News. Stay with us.
Every golfer aims to play their best, and smart golfers turn to the Golfer's Edge to get the Golfer's Edge. PGA professional Ed Payne has you covered from tee to green. You can work on your swing or play 18 in air-conditioned comfort on the golf simulator. Tanya's Corner has all the apparel the golfer needs at sale prices. And Ed can even rebuild your favorite set of clubs or custom make you a brand new set. Ask how you can qualify for a free 30-minute lesson at the Golfer's Edge on Mission between Kittitas and Yakima.
Is this really what we're going to do on our girls' night out? We should go to Club Crow. The bar and grill in Cashmere?
Yeah, let's go.
Looking for a fun-filled, friendly hometown atmosphere? Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is the place to be. Hi, this is Justin. Here at Club Crow, we have full bar and restaurant, live music, a dance floor, pool tables, pull tabs, and live jam sessions the first Sunday of every month. Club Crow in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
And a happy hump day on the Les Schwab Prep scoreboard from last night in soccer. Wenatchee, after a hard-fought scoreless first half, Jaden Griggs helped fuel an onslaught in the second half with 2 goals and an assist. Wenatchee's 3-1 win over Davis. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wisen had the call here on the NCW Life channel.
Into the box, the injury situation, waiting for it. A good move that time. There's that left foot. Goal, 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 goal! Jaden Griggs for the Wenatchee Panthers. 23 minutes, 19 seconds. Sports, there's the shot! And it dances in front of the goal, and it goes in on the second try. And how about that? Davis have taken a 1-0 game and turned it into a 1-1 tie. Interesting how Wenatchee responds, because this is a prideful team, and to have been scored upon when Eastman won the shot. Go, 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 go! And in a matter of 3 minutes, we've had 3 goals here at the Apple Bowl. And here she comes into the box, left foot, the quick touch, smart move, the chipper! Goal, 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 goal! Allie Flynn makes it 3-1, and that is all she wrote, in my opinion.
Fun game last night here on the NCW Life channel, and also on the prep scoreboard from Les Schwab. Tedasca topped Chelan 3-2 with a goal in the final minute. Lake Roosevelt doubled up on Manson 6-3. Raiders got out to a 4-1 lead in the first half and held serve in the second. And prep volleyball last night, speaking of serving, it was Chelan downing Eastmont 3-0. They won at 12, 20, and 18. Wenatchee over Davis in 3 games, 25, 11, 12, and 17. It was quite a battle between Zilla and Cashmere, but the Leopards come out on top by a score of 3-2. Also, it was a 3-2 final, Cascade edging Sela last night, while Brewster blanked Waterville 3-0. And it was Entiat over Riverside Christian by that final of 3-0. Other prep action last night on the Les Schwab scoreboard. We had some girls swimming in the pool in Wenatchee as they sank Eastmont 114-42. Cashmere boys and girls were both victorious at the Okanagan Invite in cross country. Wenatchee swept Davis in slow pitch softball 20-0 and 16-0. Well, as the season winds down and Seattle tries to make the playoffs for the first time since 2001, their hopes continue to fade after losing to Texas last night at Safeco Field 3-1 in their fourth consecutive defeat. Martin Perez held Seattle to one run in a battle with the Mariners' Mike Leake, who also held Texas to one run into the seventh. But reliever Luke Vincent ran into trouble in the eighth, allowing 2 runs on 3 hits to take the loss. Manager Scott Service says Vincent is struggling to find his spots.
Nick hasn't been as sharp, with his location. That's how he does it. Deception and the cut fastball, and he's missed location a little bit. Just hasn't quite had the deception or life on the ball, but he has been our guy. We wouldn't even be in this spot if it wasn't for him and the job that he's done throughout the year, and being our 8th inning guy and locking it down, certainly against right-handed hitters. It was the right spot for him in the game. Like I said, that's been his spot all year. Gomez with the leadoff pinch hit double, right down the line. They executed the bunt perfectly. They made the plays at the end of the game, and obviously we didn't. So, but Vinny's had a great year for us. It's just the last couple times out, it's been a little bit of a struggle for him.
Seattle and Texas battle again tonight at 7:10. Felix Hernandez making his second starts is coming off the DL against Andrew Kashner. The wild card race, well, the Mariners had a chance to gain ground last night, but did not, as they're still 4 games back. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCW Life Channel. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. To commemorate National Cheeseburger Day last Monday, NCW Life's Jay Seebeck had the tough duty of visiting Wenatchee's Easy's Burger Deluxe to find out more about one of the Valley's favorite burgers, the Tillamook Deluxe.
So as you all know, Monday was National Cheeseburger Day. We took a poll on our Facebook page where you, the fans, voted to say, where is the best place to get a cheeseburger here in the Wenatchee Valley? Well, the votes came in and they said Easy's was the #1 place to go out here on 1950 North Wenatchee Avenue. So let's go inside, meet the chef, and see how the magic happens.
This is how we make our Tillamook Deluxe cheeseburger at Easy's. It's our signature burger. So first we put the butter on the bun so we can get it nice and toasty. We take the meat, 1/4-pound patty, on the grill. Then we put Easy seasoning on it. We put the bacon down over here while the burger's cooking, so the bacon gets nice and hot. Takes about, 3 minutes? 3 minutes to cook the burger. And let it purge. Then we know when to flip it. I worked here for 13 years. I've done this a lot my whole life, and it's really good people here and a good boss. And good place to work. We make all our own sauces. We cook to order. So it's just a good place to come get a burger. Right, so now we're gonna flip the burger. It's purged. Way we know we can flip it. We take the Tillamook cheese, put it on the grill for a couple seconds to get it melty. Cheese on the burger. Take the bacon, put it over here on the burger. And then we take the bun, put it over here to the dresser. Person helping me. And they put the sauce and the condiments on there. Make it look nice, presentable. All right, we take it over here. Put it on the bun. Then we wrap it up. Put it in the box. Ready to go. So we don't leave anything just already cooked and get in the bin getting hot and cold. And it's everything's fresh so people get what they like, fresh right out the grill, right out of the fryer.
Perfect. Well, I'm about to go ahead and try this. The #1 voted place to go get a burger on National Burger Day on the NCW Life Channel.
All right.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Easy's is good food.
All right, Easy's the #1 place voted to get a burger here in Wenatchee on National Cheeseburger Day. Right back to you, Grant.
Jay, I have to say I'm pretty jealous. We'll be back in just a moment with a recap of some of today's stories and your complete local weather forecast right after this.
And the best price for all your shipping needs, including UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. We offer a variety of services including quality copies of all sizes, faxing, scanning, sending and receiving email, laminating, and notarizing. Enjoy browsing through our large selection of greeting cards. Lake Chelan Mailboxes supports our military, fire victims, and our community. Come see us at the Plaza in Lake Chelan.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's blueberry picking season and King 5 named us the second best destination restaurant in Washington State. So toss the family in the cruiser and get on out to Blueberry Hills for the best down-home scratch country cooking you've had in years. And don't forget our award-winning pies. We're fun, family-friendly, and a delicious destination year-round. We're open every day from 8 to 3, serving breakfast and lunch all day. So come on out to Blueberry Hills.
If you are looking for dependable car service and repair, visit the good guys at Quick Lube and Tune. They've been keeping cars and trucks in the Wenatchee Valley running smooth for 35 years. Quick Lube and Tune is your hometown shop for a 10-minute oil change, complete tune-ups, alignments, brakes, mufflers, air conditioning service, and more. Get more life out of your vehicle by bringing it to the local guys you can trust at Quick Lube and Tune on South Wenatchee Avenue.
Welcome back, and now a recap of some of our stories. Cooler and wetter weather is helping containment efforts on several wildfires in Washington state. Reports of rain and even snow at the higher elevations of the Cascades has calmed down the intensity of the Uno Peak fire, which is now at 20% containment. Crews continue work on strengthening lines along Coyote Ridge and Nelson Butte in the Sawtooth Wilderness. Excess equipment was demobilized as fire line repair and road work was completed. Fire management has transitioned back to the Wenatchee and Okanagan National Forest. The fire started back on August 30th from an unknown cause about 15 miles northwest of Manson. It's burned over 8,700 acres and so far no homes have been damaged. Meanwhile, the 129,000-acre Diamond Creek fire near Mazama has had minimal fire spread because of the cool, wet weather. On Monday, areas on the east and west side of the Pasayten Wilderness that were closed due to the fire have reopened. Evacuation levels remain at a level 1, and the fire is now at 65% containment. Our Valley, Our Futures, Where Will We Live Housing Forum is tonight at Pybus Market. The group will be releasing the results of a regional housing survey and lead a brainstorming session with forum attendees on ways to improve housing choices in the Wenatchee Valley. Group member Steve Mayer says tonight's input will be used to make recommendations to policymakers and community leaders.
We hope to hand that off to a regional housing coalition, which will include all key stakeholders. Similar models have been used in other communities like Wenatchee size to kind of get at this, and with the idea that you're never going to solve everything. This is a very big problem. Everybody is seeing it. Virtually everybody around the country is seeing this issue right now, and so but there's some things here we're confident we can do that can make things better.
Tonight's forum starts at 6 p.m. at the Pybus Market Event Center. Take a look at our great drone footage of Wenatchee Valley College's new Jack and Edna McGuire Student Recreation Center, which opens this week. The new 17,000 square foot building contains 2 basketball courts with space for volleyball, badminton, and indoor tennis. Funding for the $6.2 million project was through student fees. The name of the building is in honor of Jack and Edna McGuire, longtime Wenatchee Valley College supporters. Friday's official opening follows a formal ribbon cutting ceremony starting at 2 p.m. And now your weather forecast for north central Washington. First, let's take a look outside our weather window, and what a beautiful shot of the Columbia River lazily moving today, along with a little bit of wind out there and some very cool temperatures with highs struggling to make it out of the 50s this afternoon. We also saw, at least earlier, some scattered showers rumbling through, but just some high clouds right now. It will remain cool, and we will see maybe a chance for some showers. We'll talk more about that in a second. But tonight through Thursday, a cold upper-level low will keep our weather cool and showery. A deep trough of low pressure is moving down the west coast and expanding. By tomorrow, it pivots into North Idaho. That allows a moist northeast flow to spill down from British Columbia. We can expect more cloud cover and spotty showers to increase from southwest to southeast through Thursday. Winds will also increase out of the north by Thursday afternoon as cool temperatures persist. Most of the moisture tomorrow, though, will stay south of our area, but we could still see some scattered shower activity. The upper level low will slowly move through the region through Friday as high pressure begins to nose into the region from the west. Temperatures will remain below normal for Friday and slightly below normal on Saturday, but will begin to warm a few degrees each day. By Sunday and into next week, that area of high pressure will bring us close to normal high temperatures, mostly sunny skies and light wind. And before we get to our forecast, can we still do that, guys? Get to that video of Hurricane Maria that's spinning just through Puerto Rico. This is the latest picture now with 155-mile-an-hour winds. Reports are it almost totally destroyed the island of Puerto Rico and now just entering the Dominican Republic. You can also see Cuba off to the left, but that's the size of Hurricane Maria, and we will keep you posted on that throughout the week as it heads a little bit closer to Cuba. Let's take a look at our forecast now, and we will drop down tonight to 45 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. About a 20% chance of just scattered showers for Thursday. 64 our high tomorrow, and then the warm-up begins. By Saturday and the weekend, sunshine and 70 for our high, 73 Monday and 73 Sunday, 74 Monday, and all the way up to 76 degrees by Tuesday. And as we leave you tonight, check out this unbelievable video of the planet Jupiter. It was shot by the NASA probe Juno. And if you have a video of the day you'd like to see on NCW Life News, message us on our Facebook page at the NCW Life channel. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
This has been NCW Life News on the NCW Life channel. For more news, log on to ncwlife.com, like us on Facebook, and follow NCW Life channel on Twitter.
Reed's Marine in Manson has your boating needs covered, offering the superior Regal lineup with options from 19 to 53 feet. With the Regal Express line, you have the freedom to explore with an innovative interior and the largest headroom in its class. Don't forget the roomy cockpit with seating to fit the whole family. From 26 to 32 feet, Reed's Marine has the Regal Express to fit your needs. View our current inventory at chelanboat.com or stop by our Manson showroom on beautiful Lake Chelan and see the entire Regal line.
I gotta tell you, I'm nervous. Selling your home, it's a big step.
Can we find the right buyer in this market?
Look at our website. When someone looks at your home, I can tell how ready they are to buy. See that number? The closer it is to 100, the closer they are to buying. So, I know who to zero in on.
So you have a secret weapon.
You mean, we have a secret weapon.
I like that. Oh,
What do you think of the wallpaper? I love that touch.
Stay up to date with what's happening in North Central Washington. Go to the NCW Life community calendar at ncwlife.com.